Dr. S Jaishankar, India's External Affairs Minister, launching a diplomatic surgical strike on Pakistan's Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto-Zardari, calling him a promoter, justifier and spokesperson of Pakistan's terror industry. Dr. S Jaishankar was speaking to journalists after the Shanghai Cooperation Organization foreign ministers meet at Goa. He said Pakistan's credibility is depleting faster than Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves. This stinging attack on Pakistan, state-sponsored radical Islamist terror, came amidst reports of 5 brave soldiers of the Indian Army making the supreme sacrifice of their lives in an anti-terrorist operation in the Rajouri area, the forests of Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir early this morning. That anti-terror operation is still underway. Dr. S Jaishankar said a victim of terror and the perpetrators of terror do not sit together, in response to a question on resumption of dialogue with Pakistan. He actually hit out at Pakistan's hypocrisy and doublespeak on terror. The External Affairs Minister also hit out at the China-Pakistan economic corridor, saying connectivity is good, but connectivity cannot be an excuse to violate the territorial integrity of a country. And this is where China-Pakistan economic corridor passes through Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, that is originally and actually an integral part of India. But before I get you much more on this big diplomatic surgical strike, let's first listen in to Dr. S Jaishankar, India's External Affairs Minister.
As a foreign minister of an SCO member state, Mr. Bhutto-Zardari was treated accordingly. As a promoter, justifier, and I'm sorry to say spokesperson of a terrorism industry, which is the mainstay of Pakistan, his positions were called out and they were countered, including at the SCO meeting itself. So let me come to the specifics. On the China-Pakistan economic corridor, this so-called corridor, I think it was made very clear, not once but twice in the SCO meeting, that connectivity is good for progress, but connectivity cannot violate the territorial integrity and sovereignty of states. So this has been our long-standing position. Nobody should have any doubt about it. And I assure you, those who are in the room today had no doubt about it. I made sure of that. Regarding आपका दूसरा जो था वो G20 के बारे में था. Now, you know, I don't think there is a G20 issue to debate with anybody. Certainly not with a country which is nothing to do with the G20. I mean, Jammu and Kashmir was, is, will always be a part of India. And the G20 meetings are held in all the Indian states and union territories, so it is completely natural that it is held there. जो आपका जो दूसरा सवाल जो था कि from what I understood that India and Pakistan should sit together. You know, victims of terrorism do not sit together with perpetrators of terrorism to discuss terrorism. Victims of terrorism defend themselves, counter acts of terrorism, they call it out, they delegitimize it, and that is exactly what is happening. So to come here and preach these hypocritical words as though we are on the same boat, I mean, they are committing acts of terrorism. And, you know, I don't want to jump the gun on what happened today, but I think we're all feeling equally outraged. So, I think, I mean, let's be very, very clear on this. You know, on this matter, the terrorism matter, I mean, I would say Pakistan's credibility is depleting even faster than its Forex reserves. So, you know, let's be clear what this is about. On your question, is this a breakthrough? Look, he came here as a member, a foreign minister of an SCO member state. That is part of multilateral diplomacy. Please do not see it as anything more than that. It was not meant as anything more than that. It was not treated as anything more than that. And I think nothing that from what he said or what I heard he said deserves for this to be treated more than that. China-Pakistan economic corridor, this so-called corridor. I think it was made very clear, not once but twice in the SCO meeting, that connectivity is good for progress, but connectivity cannot violate the territorial integrity and sovereignty of states. So this has been our long-standing position. Nobody should have any doubt about it. And I assure you, those who are in the room today had no doubt about it. I made sure of that. देखिए, I said, उनका कोई G20 से लेना देना नहीं है. I will also say, उनका कोई श्रीनगर से भी लेना देना नहीं है. There is only one issue to discuss on Kashmir, which is when does Pakistan vacate its illegal occupation of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. That is the only issue up for discussion.